Okay, hello, this is part two of solving equations in non-rational forms. So let's just continue. So on example 4, we have 5 parentheses. Uh, I don't know if you can see that it's like little, it's like red. I'll just make a parenthesis. So it's 5 parentheses, a minus 1 plus 3 equals to 28. So first step is collect like terms on left side and right side. Um, this time we do have to use a little bit of order of operation. Because on the left side, well, on the right, 28, you can't do much with 28, right? But on the left side, you do have to FOIL out this 5 because a pen does. So go ahead and FOIL that out. So that would be 5 times a is 5a, 5 times -1 is -5, plus 3 equals to 28, right? On the left side, now, can we collect like terms? On the right side, no, it's just 28. But on the left side, can we collect anything? Yes, we can. We can collect the -5 and the 3, right? So this 5a stays the same. And then -5 plus 3 is -2. And then on the right, it's 28. Okay. The next step is get all the constant on one side. So I'm going to move this -2 to the right by adding 2. So I get 5a equals to 30. Solve for a. So I'm going to divide this by 5. And I get a equals to 6. Now we should check it. Plug in 6 wherever you see an a, so it's 5. I'm going to put it in the original, right? So 6 minus 1 plus 3 equals to 28. 6 minus 1 is 5. That's 25. 25 plus 3 is 6 and 28. This is definitely true. That means that a does equal to 6. Okay, good. Let's move on. This one is example 5. It's -2, and then that if you can't see, there should be like a parentheses. Let me make that a little bit darker. So parentheses here, and then a parentheses here. I don't know why it's hard to see for red. Yeah, so first step is simplify the left and the right. So on the right and left, you do have to do some order of operation. You do have to FOIL it out. So let's start with the left, FOIL this -2. So that's -2y. This would be +12. And then on the right, this would be 3 times 7, that's 21. 3 times -y is -3y. And then the -5 is outside the parentheses, so just bring it down. Okay. Step 2, before we start moving things to the left and right, collect like terms on both sides of the equation. So on the right side of the equation, we have these 21, -3y plus -5. You can combine the constant. You can combine 21 and -5. And if you combine that, that would be 16 minus 3y. And then on the left side, you can't combine these, right? This has a letter, this is a constant. So bring it down. Okay. Now let's get all the variables and all the constant. Which do you prefer? It doesn't matter. Let's get I'll just get the letters. So I'll maybe move this -3y to the left. And I want it completely gone. So I'm going to add 3y. So this cancels. And then on the left side, 3y minus 2y is just 1y. And then on the right side of the equation now, you just have 16. Solve for y. So the next step is get all the constant on one side. So subtract 12. Subtract 12. So this cancels. So you're left with y equals to 16 minus 12 is 4. Okay. Now, it doesn't mean it's the answer. You got to check for extraneous. So plug in 4 back into your original. So it's -2, 4 minus 6, 3, and then 7 minus 4 minus 5. 4 minus 6 is -2. 7 minus 4 is 5, 6, 7. That's 3. So that's 4. 3 times 3 is 9, minus 5. 9 minus 5 is 4, which is true. So that means your final answer is y equals 4. Okay, I'm going to clear. Move on to the next one. Example 6, we have -12 minus 5x equals to -4x plus 1. So what I'm going to do is, well, can we collect like terms on left side or right side of the equation? No. This is a letter and constant. This is a letter and a constant, so we can't combine them. So what will I do next? I'm going to, let's get all the constant on one side. So I'm going to move this -12 to the right by adding 12. So this cancels. So you're left with -5x equals to -4x. And then 12 plus 1 is 13. Okay. The next step is get all the x's on one side. So let's move this -4x to the left by adding 4x. And then on the left, -5x plus 4x is -1x. Solve for x, so you're going to divide this by -1. I get x equals to -13. Okay, we're going to check. And we're going to plug it back into your original. So it's -12 minus 5. Replace x with -13. -5 and -13 is 65. -4 times 13 is 52. Plus 1. 65 minus 12 is 53. 52 plus 1 is 53. Okay, so this is definitely true. That means this is the answer. It is possible to have an extraneous solution, so that's why it's always good to check. I think there's 2 more examples, so let's just finish everything on this video. Example 7, we have -3 times, this is in parentheses, k minus 6 equals to 2 minus k. So first simplify the left and right. On the left, you can FOIL it out. So this is -3k plus 18. On the right, you have 2 minus k. Okay, now let's get all the letters and constant on one side. So let's do something different. Let's get all the k's or the letters. So I'm going to add k, add 1k to both sides. So what is -3k plus 1k? -2k plus 18 equals to 2. Now let's get all the constant on one side by subtracting 18. Cancel, so you're left with negative 2k. And then on the right, 2 minus 18 is negative 16. And then what we're going to do is solve for k by dividing by negative 2. And I get 8. Check. So that's negative 3, and then 8 minus 6, 2 minus 8. 8 minus 6 is 2. 2 minus 8 is negative 6. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6 equals to negative 6. This is true. So this is your answer. Okay, last example. This time, okay, we have 0.3x equals 1 minus 0.7x. So let's check if we can collect like terms. This can't, it's just by itself. This can't because this is a constant and this is a letter. So now let's get all the letters on one side. So let's move this negative 0.7x to the left by adding 0.7x. Okay, so this cancels. The right, you're left with 1. The left, 0.3 plus 0.7 is exactly 1x. Oh, look, you solved it. 1x equals 1, or really it's just x equals 1. Let's check. So it's 0.3 times 1. That's 1 minus 0.7 times 1. That's 0.3. This is 1 minus 0.7. So 1 minus 0.7 is 0.3. And this is true. That means x does equal to 1. Okay, the next should be a quiz, and then we're going to solve equation in rational form. Thank you. Bye-bye.